Hello, good evening. My name is Enoch. I'm going to be your host today, and we'll be talking about capacity building. The first question that runs through your mind is, what is capacity building? How do you build capacity as an employee, as a professional, while doing your job? How do you develop yourself to move from just being an employee into being a desirable talent at all times? Now, I would like to start my class with an introduction, and that talks about if I really want to build competencies as an employee, there must be a starting point. And the starting point is very important. Just like when a woman wants to actually cook a meal, the meal, certain things that has to be put in place before that meal can be cooked. So, if you're here with me, I want to take you on a ride, on a little journey on how to build capacity. But before I start, I would like to ask you one question. How ready are you? For you to build capacity, you need to ignite that fire in you. How do you ignite the fire in you? It means for you to create that spark in you, you must be ready to go the extra mile to lighten that fire in you. So, if you want to get to a destination, the first step you take is very important towards getting to your final destination. No matter how fast you run, if you face your car heading the border point, semi-border point, no matter how fast you run, you can never get to Maiduguri. So it means you're facing the wrong direction. And it's important for us to know that there's a need for us to ignite that fire in us. That little spark of fire is important. So as we progress further, I'd like to ask you one question. Why are you here? What is your mission on earth? What is your purpose? What do you want to achieve? When you're far gone, what do you want to be remembered for? In the organization where you work, if you resign today or you're asked to go, what do you want to be remembered for? So we need to ask ourselves this pertinent question. Why are we here? Why are you working for that organization? Why are you occupying that role? Why do you have those functions to discharge? It means every day you spend in that organization, that seat, you need to give account for it. Now, we are here for one singular reason: positive change. When we talk about change, we're not saying change that are negative. We're saying change that brings about remarkable positive impacts to our career, to the organization we work for, and to the future at large. So if you'll be asked why you are here for positive change. Now, we need to understand that when we change the way we look at things, things change. So it's a perception issue. As an employee, you must create an internal paradigm shift for yourself. You must begin to look at things from a different perspective. By and large, you must ensure that it is a positive perspective. A perspective with a win-win mentality. So positive change starts when someone seeks and takes the next step. So it means identify what to do is not enough. You must be ready to walk the walk. You must be ready to take the next step. You must be ready to pay a price to move from where you are to the next destination. Things can only change when people change. So it means one of the most critical factors that brings about change is you and I. You work in an organization when it is a status quo. Things are not changing. How do you want to make the difference? How do you want to bring that change into forehold? Things can only change when you're ready to change, when people change. There must be an internal change process in you. If you want to be a change agent, you must change yourself also. If you want to do things differently, you must approach it differently. Things can only change when people change. Now, we have to look at this diagram before us and ask ourselves, what does it mean? So it boils down to the word, how can we achieve more and do better as a professional? It starts within. Change begins with you. Change begins with me. That is the photograph of a cat. It looks itself in the mirror and sees itself as a lion. Nobody can help you achieve what you want to achieve except you agree yourself. Nobody can make you feel inferior except you allow that happen. So what you think of yourself, what you believe of yourself, is the reality of what you see. What you think of yourself, what you say of yourself, what you do are three critical issues that you need to look at, because they eventually turn out to be a reality. Change can only change when it begins with you and I. Whether you're a leader, whether you're a follower, no matter what particular stage you are in life, whether you're a learner, a toddler, a top professional, you need to constantly believe in yourself. You need to constantly overhaul yourself. Change, discard old ideas. Bring in new fresh ideas that can take your life forward, that can take your career forward, that can take the organization forward. So change begins when it begins with you. So, how can we achieve more and do better? Yesterday problems will still be there today if nothing changes. So it means you and I is the agent of change. The problem we encountered yesterday will continue to be there if nobody is ready to pay a price to bring new things. The hard reality is that each of us is that change. It doesn't just happen, it is us that make it happen. It's an evolution. Evolution, one of the most important factors in evolution, is the living being, their activities as they exist per time. Change begins with each one of us. And that is the real change. Because the only way you can change is when you look within and ask yourself a very pertinent question. What am I doing wrong? They say it is a great disservice for a man to deceive himself. So you'll be deceiving yourself by not sitting down and ask yourself a pertinent question that will bring that change process. So change begins what? With you. Change begins with me. You can only change if you want to change. You're willing to. We've ignited the fire. We need to strike a match. We need to light that fire in us. In lighting that fire in us, it is important that there are three key elements of a fire. Three key components that brings up fire. One is fuel, the other is oxygen, and the third is heat. If any of these three components are missing, you can't get fire. So, in the same vein, there are three key elements that brings about success in the workplace. Number one is drive, two is discipline, and three is passion. I call it DDP. Your drive, your discipline, and your passion. Now I have those three men here, you can see them. What they have in common? If I will ask you, I have Jose Mourinho when he was managing Real Madrid. We have Arsene Wenger when he was managing Arsenal. And we have the other man, Ferguson, when he was managing Manchester United. All those three coaches no longer manage clubs again. But there's something pertinent about them. They've set a pace. They've set a record that people are not able to break. Now, one thing that has come among them is that they have passion for what they do. They are passionate about what they do. They do it with 101 point of concentration. They give it all their life, and that's why they can succeed. Another thing is that discipline is also common among them. They are highly disciplined. No matter how experienced you are as a player, no matter how tough you are, as far as you work with them, you must learn to respect them and take orders from them. So, the question is, what drives you? As an individual, what propels you? What makes you want to work willingly without being coerced? What brings the inner motivation in you? What is that thing you see that entices you to want to put your very best to achieving a project? That is that thing that drives you. If you cannot discover what drives you, you're just not there. When you know what drives you as an individual, a professional, you continuously work on those things so that at any point in time, when you remember those things, it motivates you to do more. What drives you? Is it money that drives you? Is it position? Is it power? Is it fame? Something must drive a man. The day a man no longer has a drive, that man becomes a walking corpse. You must have something that drives you. As a professional, success is one key value that should drive you. There are two types of people in the workplace. And for any supervisor or a manager, you need to find time to identify these two categories of people. Number one, we have the availables and we have the desirables. Are you an available? An available is an individual that just wake up and make up the company's numeric strength. No value addition. He or she comes to work. If there's no job, he or she is sleepy. He or she is sloppy, not proactive. Run away from job, avoiding additional responsibilities. We call them the availables. And they are known to look for good things. When there's a gift to share, you see them, first of all, you see them at the front burner. We have a second category of people called the desirables. These are the exceptional individuals in an organization, and they always make a clear-cut difference. They want to bring value at every touch point. They want to create impact at every touch point. So the question is, who are you? Are you unavailable to an organization, or you are desirable? Now, no matter which of the two quadrants you fall, it is never too late to be a desirable. If you are unavailable, you can develop yourself and become a desirable. If you are a desirable, you can continuously develop yourself so that you can become better off in the organization. No employer wants to send away value. Every employer loves a good attitude and an employee that can add value to the bottom line. So, let's look at some characteristics about the available and the desirable. See, the available, they are average workers. They do not follow through on tasks and assignments. They usually shy away from what? Additional responsibilities. You see them at leisure time, they are sleeping. At leisure time, they are busy WhatsApping. At their leisure time, they are busy watching YouTube. They are not focusing. On the other side, we have what we call the desirables. They are above average workers. They possess the ability to follow through on things, and they accept responsibilities. So the questions go back to you. Who are you? Are you an available or a desirable? We'll find out. We have those three athletes who are very passionate about what they do, because they are desirable to their various profession. This is a desirable player in his team, a desirable basketballer, always wanting to give value at every touch point. So, one person with passion is better than people merely interested in the job, because passion is that inner drive that is very evident when the mind, the body, and the spirit work together. So it means when you are passionate about something, there will be a connecting point within the mind, the body, and the spirit. And this connection will create what we call a synergy. And the synergy will bring about progressive results. So passion will always give you the ability to overcome challenges.